Hey, Jimmy Lucari. Pacific Coin Hunter, aka Monkey King. Afro. Jimmy says, first I win. Hope you guys are doing well. Trying a little bit different setup tonight. Trying the horizontal with my phone. So I want. Good. It still does zoom. Excellent. Hello, Diane B. Kathy Keith. We got. I got a few rolls of customer wrapped, and then I have some rolls of the bank wrapped. Right here's the bank wrapped. I have some different tiers available tonight for the bank wrap. If anybody's interested in donating for some roll hunts. The donation tiers are different. There's a $30 tier. Well, let me start. Hey, Richard. And Harley Noble. Good evening. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but the 2025 rolls, penny rolls. This is a roll of Philadelphia. They've been selling anywhere from $20 to $40 a roll on eBay. I've been selling them. I just sold 3 rolls for $100 recently. But I thought I would offer these up to you guys as part of the tiers. A $30 tier would get you a roll of 2025. You could pick either Philadelphia or Denver, and I would hunt 3 rolls of the bank wrapped quarters, and you would get the fines with that. Fines being anything silver, W mint marks, and then there's varieties to hunt for. The other tier is I would give you a roll of Philadelphia and a roll of Denver, and it's a $50 tier, and I would hunt 6 rolls of quarters with those. So something to think about. Don't feel obligated to. But that's what the tiers are tonight. Hey, EP. Good evening. Bear with me a second here. I gotta respond to my... EP says, please stand by. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back now. Anyways, sorry, my daughter just had some questions I had to take care of there. Anyways, no, it's not your new phone. That's all I got. Twenty 2025 Philly, and these are Denver. I don't know if we can make it so you can see it. I think you can see a Denver mint mark there. Yep, there you go. Now you can see the Denver mint mark right there. So we got both those. So the $50 tier would be a roll of each of these and 6 rolls of quarters searched. Or the $30 tier is you pick one of these and I search 3 rolls of quarters. And if someone did $50 tier and they wanted more than 2 rolls of pennies, I would offer $15 for each additional roll. So anyways, that's the tier options tonight. And if no one's interested, we'll hunt these and figure out some other stuff. So I hope you're all having a good night. And we'll get into this. How does the horizontal look? You guys like the horizontal? It's still on my phone, and I can still zoom in and out, I think. Not as easy because it's like through the chat, but yeah, there we go. You know what? I think we can do this here. Hey, BH Ringer. Put the roll of 2025s in a time capsule. That would be cool. Hey, Christina Buckgoing. Who else did I miss coming in? Sorry if I missed anybody else coming in here. Let me figure something out. Sorry, it's a little messed up tonight. There we go. I'm going to send out 5 memberships here. Let's see who gets them. So we got Chris Helms, Wendy, Super Nick Molnard, David Canham, and Johnny Behrens. Congratulations to the 5 of you. Hey, Joey Brown. Good to see you. All right. So here we go. Let's get the quarter hunt going. Hopefully we find some goodies. Hey, Maple Leaf. That was a 2019, but that was a Philly. Good to see you, Maple Leaf. Sorry if I miss anybody else coming in. What do we got here? I think that's post-mint damage up top there. That zoomed in too far. Here's War in the Pacific, 2019. Can it be a W? It can be, but not this one. River No Return, that was a Philly also. Crossing the Delaware, you can look for die chips up in the hat. Hey, Renee and me. Hey, there's a 4-in-1. Look at that. Is that a privy down there? $20.12 from Canada. First find of the night. Another crossing the Delaware. They do seem pretty shiny, don't they? There's not going to be probably as many people in here tonight since it's a horizontal instead of vertical, but thought I would give it a try here. Just out of curiosity. I wanted to see how it looked and everything, and I figured if someone was going to be purchasing rolls for hunting tonight, I figured I'd give them a little bit different view. American Memorial Park, that was a filly. Here's Delaware. You can look for the spitting horse. This one doesn't have it. And let me empty my hand here. Chris Helm says, I am here. Christina says, me too. Me 3, yes. YouTube just doesn't share it out as much on horizontals as they do verticals. All right, Nevada, you can look for the pooping horse, which would be a die chip. And it would be right over here on this third horse. Now, the sub-only mode is for the chat, not necessarily for viewing. So if you're viewing, you can still view it and not be a sub. You just can't talk unless you're subbed. There's Lowell, 2019. That's a filly. Still got 19 people in here, though. That's pretty good. 19 people, 9 likes. Can't complain about that. It is cold tonight. Very cold tonight. We have a winter storm warning in effect this weekend. Starting tomorrow afternoon, goes through Monday. Not looking too forward to that. Let's look at the edges here. Feels like 10 degrees Fahrenheit there. Dang. All right. Got a few more edges here. No, nothing there. So we could do the Digging Dave style and say this roll's hunted because we looked at the edges and the sound there. They want you to pick up more pennies, so that roll's done, right? And the answer is hell no. We're going to look for errors and varieties. We're not doing the Digging Dave style. And not quite a rant. Hey, there's the Reverend Dr. Polly Murray. Hope. 2024. '62 in Cali. Nice. It's probably cold for you, Monkey King. Monkey King, I think I sent you an email last week, and I didn't get a response back. Is that a spitting? Please send the Cali warmth east. I don't know if that's a spitting one or not. Let's set it aside for now. I don't think it is. There's Marsh Billings 2020. Let's check for the W. That doesn't have it. That was a Philly. Lowell 2019. Come on, Dub. Nope. Philly. National Park. That's at Denver. All right. Let me. I reopened the giveaway. We can pick two names for the list here. You guys got a few more seconds to get in there. Do we have a slot bounty tonight? Yeah, we can do a slot bounty tonight. Let's see here. Let's do the beer tonight. 3 beers. That'll be a slot bounty. Big day tomorrow. What's the big day tomorrow? Oh, I know. Duh. Yeah, tomorrow is the big Christmas giveaway. I did forget EP. Had a lot going on. There's a Zakalasa. Get those comments in. I had probably another 4 or 5 comments today. I'm probably up around 100. Gotta be getting close to 100 comments on my channel for my giveaway video. Tall Grass Prairie. That's Philly. If you're wondering why I'm on the right side of the screen, the chat is like right here on my screen, and sometimes it's hard to see the quarters. So that's why I'm over towards the right. Salt River Bay 2020, that's a Philly. Maya Angelou. She can have a doubled earring, but there's all kinds of crud around that one. I don't even know if I could see it. Salt River Bay, another Philly. Oh, that's a nasty looking quarter. All right, let me zoom out here. last chance to get in the giveaway. All right, 1 second. Let me type this here. That's not what I wanted to happen. All right, so I pinned the comment video for my Christmas giveaway comment video, and then in the description of that one is linked to EP's comment video and Michael Kittle's and Gringo and Shannon Smith's. All right, let's read through the names here. 13 people in there. We got Pacific Coin Hunter, Jimmy Lakai, Richard, Dan B, Harley, Christina Buckgoing, Renee Amy, B.H. Ringer, Maple Leaf Numismatics, Chris Helm, Joey Brown, E Pluribus Unum, and Bellows Forge. Hey, Bellows Forge, I didn't see you come in. Good to see you. Oh, that's all right, Bellows. We're going to close the entries here, and we'll pick 2 names. We got Chris Helms. And the next one is B.H. Ringer. There we go. Those are the first 2 names on there. We'll complete that and start another one. To repeat the tiers we have for the quarter roll hunts tonight. $30 tier will get you a roll of 2025s plus 3 rolls of quarters hunted. $50 tiers will get you the Philadelphia roll and a Denver roll and 6 rolls hunted. And if you do the $50 tier, you also have the option of adding additional 2025 rolls for $15 a roll. If you do the $30 tier with 1 roll, you get to choose whether you want Philadelphia or Denver. That's what we got tonight as far as tiers. And if nobody wants rolls, that's fine too. I've been selling them $30 to $40 a roll on eBay. I'll probably be lowering my eBay prices to $20 soon. I wanted to give you guys first crack at them for a better price. Alrighty. There's Salt River Bay. It's a filly. Marsh Billings. That's also filly. I'll have to tell Gringo I did a horizontal stream and he missed it. Gringo's one of those people that doesn't like the verticals, which is fine. Lowell 2019, another filly. Wyoming. So Wyoming, you want to look for. EP says, I like vertical better. I look for doubling in the hat, the tail, or the saddle. Back in the saddle again. Tell you what, the vertical is easier for me to do. The chat gets in the way of my zoom and everything in the horizontal. Have a hard time zooming in. Have a hard time seeing the coins, from my view anyways. Arizona. We can check for doubling, or not doubling. We can check for extra cactus leaves, which are die chips. So some of them could be over the top of the date. Some of them could be at the bottom of the cactus over the designer's initials. Or you could have like birds on the branches. So another Dr. Polly Murray. Tall grass, that was a filly. Marsh Billings, come on, Dub. Denver. Delaware, no spitting horse there. And another Marsh Billings, and that's a filly. All right, let me resume those entries. You feel like coin hunters that look for errors are probably good at Where's Waldo? Possibly. Possibly. Let me zoom back out so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. Nothing wrong with being a newbie, Harley. We all started somewhere. I didn't start hunting like this until was it 2018? 2019? National Park. That's a filly. Mostly just quarters and pennies for now. Yeah, good way to start. Nickels are fun too. You can still find silver war nickels. Still occasionally find, probably find a war nickel about every box or two. You can still occasionally find buffalo nickels, but not as often as the war nickels. Hey, Doug Harding. Is Doug in here? Oh, there he is. Yep. He got in the giveaway. All right, Salt River Bay. That's Philly. Edith Kanaka Ole. Yep, every expert was once a beginner. And I'm not an expert either. I'm still learning all the time. Jimmy got 3 snowflakes. Can't turn those into beer, huh? Colorado, you can look for cuds along the edges. Such a snowflake he is. Another Wyoming. I'm not seeing doubling around the tail, the hat, or the saddle. All right. Your grandma gave you a 1912 Wheatie, which got you interested. Awesome. I'm sure a lot of us were bitten by the coin collecting bug that way. All right, I gotta get a quick drink here. Excuse me 1 second. It's kind of sad that pennies are going away. Absolutely. It did sound like a beer, but it's not a beer. It was a can opening, but it wasn't a beer. Oh, they're all gone, EP. Black cherry are all gone. It's just the regular stuff now. Hey, District of Columbia. We haven't had one of those in a while. And it's got to be a Philly, right? That's a Denver. I think it's the Philly one. We got to look at for the Aronson variety. That's all right. Rest in peace, Black Cherry. Yep. All right. River No Return. That's Philly. Can be Denver. That the good. Oh, it's on the Denver one. All right. I still have it out. I set it aside. I'll look at it here in just a minute. Are there a lot of commercials? Shouldn't be that many. If you go out and come back in, it'll definitely put you in a commercial. Tall grass, prairie. You've had 3 or 4 already? Wow. Well, I guess the few of you that are here are going to get to see something kind of special tonight, but all the people that aren't here won't. At least I think it's kind of neat what I'm going to show you here in a little bit. San Antonio Missions, not seeing any dye chips. Let's check the mint mark. It is a Philly. Not a mail call. Not a mail call. Harley can't wait. All right, let's check this out. Got the District of Columbia, the Duke Ellington. I might need to scope it. I don't know, maybe it's too. Need to check under the ELL. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it under my scope. Let me get my scope turned on. Give me a second here. You like surprises, but not bad ones? Well, it's not a bad surprise. It's not something real special, but it's something I don't get to do very often. So it's not something that we come across too often. I mean, some people might, but I sure don't. All right. So excuse my big mess up here, but we're going to go right up here. I'll zoom out. There's a nice view of Duke Ellington. And I don't think I see it. I don't think that's the DDO. No, it's not a $50 coin hunt. I'll show you here in just a second. Let me get this put away. Let me get some things out of the way here. pennies back in their right boxes. No, I made a visit to a friend today. No, I didn't buy that EP. That was a sale on Mercari. I didn't make a visit to a friend today, but I made a visit to a friend recently. And he has $44.75 in silver quarters. EP says, ooh, I know. $44.75 in silver quarters. He didn't know what he had. I was talking to him a few weeks ago, and he said, I told him I was doing coin collecting and everything, and he's like, I got some silver quarters. And I said, I'd like to see those sometime. Worth over $2,000 right there. Yep. So I didn't buy them. I was over at his house the other day, and he pulled them out and was showing them me. And I said, I'd like to hunt those for dates to fill my books. And he's like, sure. So that's what I'm going to do. Going to sort them by date, see if there's any heirs of varieties or anything. See if he's got anything cool. And then I told him if I end up keeping something for dates, well, we can trade quarters or I can buy them off him or whatever. But I told him, I'm like, you have over 4 rolls of quarters in here. And he's like, well, what are those going for? And I said, those quarters are worth $10 a piece. And his jaw dropped. So, but he was more than happy to let me take him home and search him. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to search these for the dates. And listen to this. Let me pause that music. How you like that sound? You like that sound? Separate by date. That's right. So I told him, I went over there the other day and he just handed me the bag. I'm like, oh no. I said, we're going to see how much is in here before I take them. I said, it's going to be better for you and I to both know what's in the bag. It dibs on the 32 DNS. So I haven't looked at any dates. When we were counting them out, I did see a few SLQs in here. Standing Liberty quarters. They were pretty slick. I don't know if we can get a date off those or not. So 61 out Denver. I guess we'll make piles of 40s, 50s, and 60s for now. 64. Check for DDOs. Fire up the scope. You want me to just put them all under the scope? Would it be better to do them under the scope as opposed to in my hand? Give me a minute to set that up. Hold on a second. Let me see what I can do here. You guys are gonna get a little dizzy here for a minute. All right, I'll go right up here to the scope. Start in hand, then graduate to the scope. You guys are gonna have to help me or scope. As far as what to look for DDOs and stuff, I'm not super familiar with this date range. So hold on a second here. There we go. That might fit more of it under there. Oh yeah, that'll be all right. So you guys have to help me figure out which dates we actually want to look for errors and varieties. That's a 64. 59. 59 out of Denver. Yeah, I need to get my book out too. Hey, Timmy. Zoom anymore and we'll see DNA from 60 years ago. Here's a nice looking 64. Look at that. I think there's five. There's five comment videos. Gringo has one. Michael Kittle has one. EP has one. I have one. And then Coin Q&A or Shannon Smith. I don't remember which one it is. One of them has one. Here's a 1950. 1950 Denver. Another 64. It was 1943. It's a Philly. Nothing rare yet. 1944. Hmm. 44 Philly. We got 1962. That too looks funny. Is that how they looked back then? Different. Guess that is how they looked back then. '62 Denver. So far, I have all these dates, but we'll keep looking. They got a lot to go through here. Another 43. That's a Philly. $1956. '56 out of Denver. Did Variety Vista go away? I don't know. I haven't been on there lately. Are you having trouble finding it? 1961. '61 out of Denver. '63. '63 Philly. '63 Philly. I need that one. Not even that old, but I need that one. So we'll set that one aside. Alrighty. Next up is a 1957. 57 out of Philly. '41. '41 San Francisco. $16 million minted of that one. That's funny. The melt value of these quarters is worth more than the numismatic value right now. What year am I looking for? I have a bunch of openings. I'm just doing a date hunt, see what I can fill in my book, and see if we can find anything old and rare. I'll show you here. Sorry, making you dizzy. See, I got some openings in my book here. That's the one book. And then underneath that, I have my other book. I still have a decent amount of holes. So I'm just seeing what I got. But this is the one that I got so far to fill. But he said I can search him for dates, and whatever I need, we can work out a deal. So let me get this back up here and zoom back in. Fill them holes. That's what she said. So I hope it's not too boring for you guys. I like this. I mean, how often you get to search? How often you get to search a bunch of silver quarters for dates and see if there's any doubling or anything. 64 Denver. That's a decent looking quarter. Another 64. And I don't believe he's willing to sell them. I don't think he's looking to sell them right now or anything. He was just willing to let me do a date hunt for my book. So There's a Denver, and that is a 63 Denver. $19.58, 58 Denver. Alrighty. All right, let me run another giveaway here. Actually, this one is running. Let me see if I can get over here. Where did it go? Did I get rid of it? No, there it is. All right, in the giveaway, we have David Canham, Jimmy Licari, Joey Brown, Richard, Harley, Maple Leaf News, Magic, Bellows Forge, Christina Buckgoing, Renee, E Pluribus Unum Coins, Dan B, Pacific Coin Hunter, Doug Harding, Chu, Tim A, Chris Helms, and BH Ringer. And viewers 777-100. Welcome, welcome. Let's close those entries and we will pick 2 winners. Jimmy Licari, you're the next one on the list. Get your name on here. And the next one is Joey Brown. All right. So there you go. Those are the ones on the list so far. All right, we'll complete that one and we'll start the next one. And let's get back over to the scope. We got another 64 Denver. $19.60 Denver. $19.54. And let's see if we got mint mark. And I don't believe there's one there. So that's a 54 Philly. And there's another really nice 64. That's out of Philly. $63. $63 Philly. There's a 45. 1945. 45 what? 45 Philly. And a 44. 44 Philly. And this one's kind of slick on the back. That's another 45. see here. Red book. We'll have to see what their some varieties are after we go through these dates. We can figure that out. 53 Denver. Let me check my 53s here. I got a 53 Denver. $19.44 again. $44 Philly. $62 Denver. Another 64. $64 Philly. Someone get 3 beers? Did I miss it? Did someone get 3 beers? Oh, awesome, Maple Leaf. All right, hold on a second here. Let me get you something. Let's see what I got sitting here. I still got some Buffaloes and V-Nickels. Which one do you want, Maple Leaf? A Buffalo or a V-Nickel? Let me get a little baggie. Or a flip or something here. I got a flip right here. The V-Nickel would be cool. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. How about an 1899? 1899. 126 years old. Let me write on this. Slot Bounty. Maple Leaf. Numismatics. And the stream was 12/12. Alrighty. There you go, Maple Leaf. Send me an email to claim, please. I haven't sent giveaways out recently. No, I need to get busy on that. Just been a little busy around here. So if anybody's waiting for a giveaway, they're not sent out yet. Alrighty. We got, ooh, that's kind of a slick one. What year is that? 1941. $1941 out of Philly. We got another 64 Philly. 1963 Philly. Got a 1940. 1940 Philly. 1961. What's 61? What's that? What's going on with that 61 there? Nothing really. I thought something looked funny on 61, but didn't. 61 Denver. 61 out of Denver. Alrighty. So are you guys enjoying this, or do you want me to go back to the regular quarter hunt? You tell me. What do you guys want? What are you guys liking better? You liking the sound of this, or do you want to go back to the other stuff? I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm liking this, just going through the different dates here. It's both interesting. Christina says silver quarters. All right. 1950. Let me get to my book here. What do I need in the 50s? I need a 50S. Let's flip it over and see what we got. That's a Philly. But that's all right. There's a 55. Nice. I need a 55 Philly. What do we got? We got 55 Philly. That's another book filler for me. Hey, Gringo. Oh my goodness. Are you shocked that I'm doing a horizontal? How you doing tonight, Gringo? All right, so that'll be a book filler for me. I'll set that one in there. Gringo. So I got a bag of silver quarters from a friend. He's lending them to me so I can hunt the dates and hopefully fill some holes in my book. I've filled 2 of them so far. 1954, 54 Philly. Got another 64. Some of his 64s look pretty nice. He says, I am shocked. The landscape makes me happy. Yeah, that's a Philly. 41 Philly. 41 Philly. I already have a 41 Philly, but that's all right. Still cool looking through them. Another Philly. That's a 59 Philly. $1952. 52. 52 Philly. Oh, here you go. Standing Liberty Quarter. I knew there was some in here. Not too many, but that's so slick. Not gonna get a date off that one. But that's alright. Pretty cool though. $1946. '46 Philly. Hey, Isaiah Moses. Sorry if I missed anybody else coming in. 1957. '57 Philly. Another 46. '46 Philly. There's a 45. That's out of Philly also. $1952. Let's go 52. And that one is a Denver. Go live at 3 p.m. Make sure you're all there. I'll do my best. 1964 Denver. Oh, there's a slick one. Look at that. Take a guess on what year this one is. Any guesses out there? It's a slick Washington. Doug Harding says 32. Maple Leaf, you're off a little bit there. The 90% silvers are 64 and older. Chris Allen says 38. Maple Leaf says 55. Richard 57. Christina says 27 question mark. The oldest Washington silver quarter is 1932. There you go, 32 to 64 for the silvers. All right, let's see what we got here. We're in the 30s. We got a 1936. $1936 out of Philly. That's the oldest one of the night. Well, oldest Washington of the night. Another 64. 64 Denver. Another 64. Another 64. You guys have seen enough 64s. Jimmy Lucari says 54. There's a 54, Jimmy. 54 Philly. Let me find my 54s. I need a 54 Denver. Let me take a quick look at the giveaway. I think I need to reopen it. Resume those entries. There we go. All right. Another 64 Philly. There's a 43. 1943. So I know the 43 has a double die obverse in Liberty. And that's kind of worn, too hard to tell there. But let me do this here. Too hard to tell. Say probably not. But well, we got it here. 1943. Philadelphia. No mint mark. All right. Let me go back out some. It's a little too close for right now. There we go. Hey, John Argent. There's a 63. Nice looking 63. 63 Philly. There's another slick one. You guys want to do another date guess? Guess that date. And no mint mark. So it's a Philly. Doug Harding says 32. Harley says 31. Chris Helm says 32. Richard 37. Christina 37. Maple Leaf says 38. Renee says 36. Melting at $20 with the way silver is going. I got a bag of silver quarters from a friend, John Argent. I didn't buy them. He's just letting me search them for dates and seeing what I can find here. And then if I find any I need for my books, him and I will figure out some type of trade or purchase or something for the ones I need. Hey, somebody really. So I ended up being a 34. 34 Philly, 31 million minted. Just wanting a 32. A 32 would be amazing. Any of them. Any of the 32s would be amazing. Thank you, somebody really. 64 Philly. Here's a Denver. 1950 Denver. Let's see here. Let me find my 50s. Alrighty. I have a 50 Denver. That's 21 million minted. $1942. 42 out of Philly. 1942 Philly. I need that one. 42 Philly. That's a book filler for me. That makes 3 of them so far that I'll be able to put in my books. 64 Philly. Another 64 Denver. $19.54. Denver. 1954 Denver. I think I need that one too. And I do. That's 4. 4 that I can use. $59 Denver. $55. I can't drive. 55. 55 Philly. Actually, yeah, that's 4 of them. Right. All right. Let's see here. There's a 1943. 43 Denver. That's 16 million. 16 million minted. And the melt value is still more than that. Hey, Gatita Oso. Oh no, Oso. Here's a 59. 59 Denver. There's a 42. 42 Philly. $57. I need to pick some more names here. $57 out of Denver. All right, let me get up here. Gatita says, "You're not picking a name till I get in there." All right, we have Chew, Jimmy Lucari, Harley, Richard, Doug, Chris Helm, Christina Buck-Owing, Pacific Coin Hunter, BH Ringer, viewers 777-100. I think she hates when I call her that. Maple Leaf Numismatics, Joey Brown, Renee and me, somebody really, and Gatita Oso. Like, that's not my name. We close the entries. And we'll pick 2 more names here. We have Pacific Coin Hunter, aka Monkey King. And the next name, he says, woohoo, is Chris Helms. All right, Gringo, you have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for stopping in. There's your names on the list so far. Looking forward to it, Gringo. You have a good night. We got, let me get back into the scope. Right there. 1953. 53 out of Denver. 1953 Denver. $1957. What's going on of that 7? Anything special there? I can't tell. Let me get a little closer. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. With air it extra dry. I don't think there's anything special with that. I think it's just funky under there. 57 Denver. We got 1944. 44. Come on, Denver. I need a Denver. And it's a Philly. Don't need the Philly. Ooh, we got a 51 with a big gash in it. 51 with a gash. 51 what? 51 Philly. And we got another 43. 43 Philly. 43 can have the doubling in Liberty. Let's check that out. I don't think that. No. Not really seeing it, but let me just take a better look. So you would see doubling. You'd see doubling along this Y here, this edge, and along the T over here. Not seeing it though. All right, let me complete that. Start another one. All right, let me grab another handful. 15 watching, 21 likes. All right. We got 1960. Out of Philly. Got a 61. Come on, Philly. I need a Philly. That's a Denver. Got one of those. Here's a 54. $1954 Denver. 1954 Denver. That's one of the ones I set aside early. Same date as one of the ones I set aside earlier. 1952. '52 Denver. '60 Philly. 1940. 1940. Ooh, come on, Denver. Come on, Denver. No, it's a Philly. 1940 Denver. There's only 2.8 million minted. That would have been a sweet find. But it's not. There's another SLQ. Another slick one. Not going to find a date on that one either. Second one of those tonight. Another 64. 64 Denver. What's going on with that mint mark? That post mint damage? I can't tell. I don't know what's going on with that Denver, that mint mark there. Anybody have any thoughts on that mint mark? Yeah, I know it's a D. I just didn't know if any. I don't know what's going on with it. It looks a little funny. Trying to figure out if it's doubled or not. $1948. Looks like D wearing a D mask. $1948. Out of Philly. You want to know what year that Denver is? That's a 64. It's a 64 Denver. Jimmy Lucari, double D's. It does look double. 1941. 41 Philly. There's another slick one. Another slick one. Anybody want to guess the date on that one? Another older slick one. At least I'm assuming it's older. Let me zoom back out here a little bit. Diane B says 41. Christina 38. Doug says 32. Check the D in dollar. Looks machine doubled. Harley says 200 BC. Alrighty, let's flip it over. And it's a 36 Philly. 1936 Philly is 41 million minted. Alright, here we'll go back to that. This is that 64D. See, I think it's just I don't know. I mean, the other letters don't look machine doubled. Unless you're talking about that bottom edge of that big D. The D in dollar. Look at the first R and quarter. I don't know. What's up here? Anything? I mean, if anything's doubled, I would just think it'd be the mint mark, but I don't know. It's interesting to look at, though. The A and R in quarter. I don't know. This variety Vista not working. Is that what you figured out earlier, EP? That's fine. Does that count as extra silver? We got 1942. Philly. $19.51. $51. Hey, beach ball. 51D. $19.51 Denver. Resume those entries. $19.45. 45 Philly. Another 64 Philly. How about a 1948? 1948. Out of Denver. 16 million minted. Another 64 Philly. How about a 57? Heinz 57. $19.57 Philly. How about a 1945? 1945 Philly. 74 million minted. '63 Denver. Thank you for the hearts and the party hats and all that good stuff. '64 Denver. There's another. I don't know. Another 64 Philly. Another 64 Philly. There's another slicker looking one. Another slicker looking one. No mint marks, so that's a Philly. And it's a 35. These customer wrapped rolls were amazing tonight. Yes. Can't send jewels on the horizontal. Well, yeah, you're right, you can't. Bellows says many 90% silver tonight. Yeah, I got these from a friend. He let me do a date search on them. See if I needed any for my book. 1942 Philly. We got 1961 Denver. I've filled 4 spots in my book so far. 64. Let's see, what do I have this on? Oh, it is on that one. Okay. Another 64 Philly. Here's a 48. 1948 Philly. All right, we're getting down there. Love that sound. Can we go through them again and fill my book holes? Here's a 43. 43 Denver. Let me see if I need that. I do not need that one. Wasn't sure about that. 44. Come on, Denver. It's a Philly. 64. Denver. There's a slick one. Look at that. Not much of that one left. Another SLQ. No date again. Very well worn. That makes 3 SLQs. Another Denver. That's a 62 Denver. Another 62 Denver. $19.52. $52 out of Denver. How about 1940? Do I need a 40? I need a 40 Denver. Oh, 40 Denver. There's only 2.8 million made. Come on, Denver. It's a Philly. Never know. 1952. '52 Denver. '60. '60 Philadelphia. '62 Philly. Another 62. Denver, 62 Denver. '64 Philly. Another 64 Philly. How about a 59? 1959. 59 Philly. '45 Philly. So I need a 45. Nope. Alrighty. Good spot. Take a little break over to the giveaways. All right, we have Chew. Hey, Chew. Richard, Chris Helm, Bellows Forge, Doug Harding, Diane B, Jimmy Licari, Christina Buckgoing, Harley, Gatita Oso, E Pluribus Unum, Viewer 777100, Beach Ball, Renee and Me, and Maple Leaf Numismatics. Close the entries and we'll pick 2 names. Jimmy Licari, you're on there for the second time. And the next rig shenanigans. And we got viewer 777100. There we go. Gloria! I know it's you, Gloria. I'm just messing with you. Thank you for being here, Gloria. Here, I'll even write it on here for you. Also known as Gloria. You could fix that, you know. You can make it say something else. All right, we'll complete that one. We'll start another one. I gotta get a quick drink here. All right, we got a 61. How? I'm not sure how. Can anybody educate her on how to change that name? I know some people have done it in the past couple streams. 61 Denver. I still need a 61 Philly. 45. 45 Denver. There's 12.3 million of that. Only 12.3 million, and the melt value is still higher than the numismatic value. Got another 64 Philly. Here's a 41. Philly. 57. Heinz 57 again. 57 Denver. I was ripped off. Do you need my zip code? Oh, jeez. I remember that night. That was funny. Anybody know how Gloria can change her @ name so it doesn't say viewer 777? And there's another Standing Liberty quarter. Hey, that's got a mint mark. That's got a San Francisco mint mark. But no date. Let's see here. Nuts. Wish we could do a date because some of those S's are pretty low mintage. But there's no way to do a date. Question is, let's see here. Is it a type 1 or a type 2? I think it's a variety 1, but I don't know for sure. Probably too hard to tell with as worn as this is. But if you look at the Wii, here, that line goes across right here. And I think that line is only in the variety 1, not in the variety 2. Oh wait, variety 1, we can look at the eagle. Variety 1 doesn't have stars. So this is variety 2 because it's got the stars. That's right. Thank you, EP. Yeah. Oh, wow. Not going to find a date. That's 4 SLQs, though. They're all pretty slick. $1946. '46 Philly. Another sharp-looking 64. There are so many 64s minted. Says there were 530 million 64 Phillies and 704 million 1964 Denvers. $1965, what's that doing in there? That's not a silver. I'll have to tell him that one's in there. $1961. Oh, come on, Philly. Oh, it's another Denver. 61 Denver. $1959. 59 Denver. All right. Go to your page and click on the pencil, Gloria. Let's see here. 64 and 1935 are still worth the same today. It'd be funny if there was just a random 1997 in the bag. There's another slick SLQ. Another slick one. That one's got stars too. $64. 64. 58. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly. That's a Denver. 58 Denver. All right. And we got the last handful out of the bag here. So we got a little bit more to hunt. Did I start another giveaway? I better check that, huh? I don't think I started another one. Let me see here. No, did I pick a winner on that one? No, I didn't. All right, let's resume entries there. So we got this coin roll to hunt. I don't know if we'll find any silver in this one. It's all silver. This is what we have left to hunt, though, for dates. It's 57. 57 Denver. That's how it goes, Jimmy. 1960. It's a different date for us. 1960. Denver. 59. 59 Philly. Another 64. There we go, 1950. How's that one sound? Let me see what I need in the 50s. I need a 50 San Francisco. Can we be lucky enough to get a 50 San Francisco? No, it's a 50 Philly. 63. 63 Denver. Another 64 out of Philly. $19.58. 58 Denver. 62. 62 Denver. There's another 43. 1943 out of Philly. .43, that's the one that can have doubling in Liberty. But it's looking pretty slick there, so let's take a look anyways. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to tell on that Liberty. Another super nice 64. Denver. That Denver looks doubled too. Excuse me. But maybe it is machine doubling. I don't know. See, that Denver looks like the other one. Potential D over D. But then but if you look at the U, R, and D, they all look like they could have possible machine doubling or something. I don't know. Hard to tell. I wish Variety Vista was working. I'll set it aside for now. There's a 49. Let's see here. $19.49. 49 Denver. Let me find my 49 section. I need that. 49 Denver. 10 million minted. That's the fifth one to add to my album. 10,068,000. Nice. Put that over there. Do you think Variety Vista's gone? That's a bummer. $63 Philly. $19.44. Oh, come on, Denver. Be the Denver. 44 Philly. Another 63 Philly. About 1952. Let me check my 52s. I got all my 52s. 52 Philly. Another 64 Denver. There's a 51. $51 out of Denver. All right, we still got a few more to search here. How about a 41? 1941. 41 Philly. 79 million. 46. 1946 Philly. 1952 out of Denver. 1963 Denver. 63 Denver. Another nice 64. 57. 57 Denver. 1940. All right, come on, D. We want the D. We want the 40D. Another Philly. '63 Denver. 1960. 1960 Denver. 59. 59 Philly. Another 1940. Come on, 40D. Only 2.8 million. Let's do it. So another 40. 1961. 61 Denver. I need a regular 61. All right. We got this much left to search. Got what? 5, 10, 12 more quarters to search. 12 more. Another 63 Denver. About a 46. Do I need anything in the 46s? I don't. 46 Philly. Another nice 64. 64 Philly. Another 64. Denver. 1960. 60 Denver. 64 Philly. That's a 43. 1943. I think that one's a little too slick too. We can still look though. Yeah, definitely not going to tell him Liberty there. Alrighty, 5 more quarters. Another 64 Philly. 57 Denver. 1954. 54 Philly. Wait a second, I think I need that one. No, I have a 54 Philly. Darn it. That's all right. Another 1957. And the last one is a 1952. Let me get over to my book here. I got all my 52s. 52 out of Philly. Alrighty. So we got one, in that one. I think we had a total of 5 that I needed. What was the other one? 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 book fillers. Let me get this cleaned up here. Exclamation point loot. And Doug says, come on, it's silver. Exclamation point loot will get you in the giveaway. If you're not in there already, go ahead and do your loot checks. Let me clean these up while I do that. That was a fun hunt for me anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I get 5 book fillers. And I'll work out a deal with him later on if he just wants some other silver quarters back and replacements. Which I'm guessing he probably will. So I got some silver quarters I can give him back. Never clean up your coins. Well, all right, I'm not cleaning them, I'm putting them away. Does that sound better? I like that jingle, huh? Lick them. Alrighty. Set those aside. Let me get situated here. Actually, we'll do the giveaway while we got this on screen here. So we got Harley, Chris Helms, Richard, B.H. Ranger, Katita Oso, Doug Harding, Gloria, Diane B., E. Pluribus Unum, Beach Ball, Joey Brown, Pacific Coin Hunter, Maple Leaf Numismatics, Chew, Bellows Forge, Jimmy Lakai, Renee and me, and did it work, Katita? Well, let me refresh here. I don't know what's going on. Because it was still open. Oh, you're already in there, Katita. All right, we'll close those entries. We'll pick 2 names. Bellows Forge, you were on there. And the next name, B.H. Ringer. right. There's those. We got 2 spots left. All right. Let me complete that and start the last group there. All right. You guys are going to get a little dizzy here. I'm going to be moving you around again. All right. There we go. So we filled the 1942 hole. Let me put this up here and get into the other book. We had four hole fillers in the other book, which I need to actually push that in there. Maybe. Not too worried about fingerprints on it because it's already old and dirty. So that's one there. And then we got 1949 here. That's a whole filler, only 10 million minted. We got a 1954 Denver. We had a 1955 Philly, 18 million. And then the 1963 Philly. So I end up with five book fillers tonight. Or whole fillers, whatever you want to call them. So stick them in there before they fall out and I lose them. There we go. It's not too bad. And I'm guessing I'll probably just be trading them quarters, other silver quarters for those. Joey Brown says, I need a bunch of those. Yeah. Alrighty. So is there any interest in the 2025 stream's going to be ending soon, but if someone wanted to buy one of the tiers, the 2025 one roll with 3 quarter rolls hunted for $30, or you could do $50 tier, which would be a Philadelphia and a Denver roll and 6 rolls hunted. We can do that. Otherwise, I'll probably hunt another roll or 2 here of regular quarters and then just be done for the night. Let me pull my quarters out. There's those. I think we'll hunt two rolls here and then we'll be done for the night. 25 likes. 25 likes is enough to. We'll do a silver war nickel for the EOS tonight. Let me crack this open. See what we got. So all the customer wrapped ones are gone. You're still working on your state quarter book? That's all right. We all start somewhere. It's taken me a long time to work on that silver book. I haven't been too aggressive with it. Idaho. There's a bicentennial. Bessie Coleman, Denver. I thought I had more of her saved, but I was looking at my stuff the other day and I don't have her. All right, let me resume those entries. Last chance to get in the giveaway. Wisconsin, not seeing the extra leaf, the high leaf or low leaf. 1965. There's a Dr. Vera Rubin. That's a 2025 Philly. Set that aside. That's not the die chip on the cap. That's just a nasty cap. American Memorial Park, that was a Philly. Dang, it's almost 1:30 here. Yep, chop that. For those of you that pay attention to our sanctuary, we finally have our water all hooked up and running. We got our electricity hooked up and running. So that's exciting. National Park, Philadelphia. 2024, Patsy Mink. 2023, Edith. Arizona. We want to check for the extra cactus leaves. The base of the cactus or over the date. And then there's no birds on the branches. All right. I appreciate everybody that's stuck it out with me tonight. Thank you for coming, hanging out, enjoying the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the old silver hunt. That was kind of cool. The only time I've ever hunted silver quarters like that is if I've bought maybe 10 of them at auction. But that was $44.75 worth of fun there. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. All right, this is the last roll of the night. Thank you, Chris. Very fun to watch. Thank you. And I was excited to give you guys a little. I mean, it was still a quarter hunt, but it was a little something different. So, yeah, sometimes you struggle with, do people really want to see the same stuff week after week? But yeah, it's fun, still fun to hunt. But I was able to change it up slightly for you tonight. War in the Pacific, that was Philly. 2024. There's a Celia Cruz. There's an American Samoa, 2009. There's Salt River Bay. Come on, W. That's a Philly. All right, here's the last bunch for the night. There's Nevada. We can check for pooping horse. No pooping horse there. West Virginia. Picciaballa, very Italiano. All right. That's the hunt for the night. Here's the names. Let me exclamation point Lude, last chance to get in. We'll read through the names on the list. We have Harley, Pacific Coin Hunter, Maple Leaf Numismatics, Richard, Diane B, E Pluribus Unum, Chris Helms, Katita Oso, Jimmy Licari, Joey Brown, Doug Harding, and Renee and me. Oh, thank you, Monkey King. Close the entries. We got Chris Helms. You're on there again. And the last name to be added to the list is Joey Brown. We got a bunch of duplicates tonight. Okay. So you guys know how it works. We got the 12-sided die. As long as it's in the view of the camera, it counts. Doesn't matter if it bounces off things. So we got Chris Helms, B.H. Ringer, Jimmy Licari, Joey Brown, Pacific Coin Hunter, Chris Helms. Chris Helms, you're on there 3 times. That's awesome. Jimmy Licari, Gloria, Bellows Forge, B.H. Ringer, Chris Helms, Joey Brown. So Joey Brown's twice, Jimmy Licari's twice, B.H. Ringer's twice, and Chris Helms is 3 times. 3 times a lady. I'm sorry. All right, let's shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Here we go. I always do the dot at the bottom. That's a 6. And that's Chris Helms. Congratulations, Chris. Send me an email to claim the EOS. Tonight it is Silver War Nickel. We got a 1943 out of Philadelphia. That's a decent looking War Nickel. 1943 Philly. Let's see if I got something to put it in here. We have EOS, Chris Helms. This was 12/12/25. All right, so send me an email to claim it. Chris needs to win because Dallas won't. There we go. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody. You all have a good evening. Thank you again for coming and hanging out. You all stay safe. I know it's cold out there. The weather's not too good sometimes. But you all stay safe. Have a happy holiday season. If I don't see some of you around, please go check out the holiday giveaway on Michael Kittle's channel. It's around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Go comment on the 5 comment videos if you haven't. Otherwise, hopefully we see some of you at the Christmas giveaway live stream tomorrow or later today, whichever you want to call it. So have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Happy questing. Good night, everyone.